The Asia-Pacific region is essentially a maritime region. A large number of states are dependent on the seas for their economic vitality and prosperity. It's the endeavor of each and every state to build up certain maritime capacities for the growth and well-being of its people. However, we find that there are a number of insecurities inherent in the region. These emerge from at least 4 different domains. At the political level, we find there are issues relating to sovereignty and boundary disputes. These have added to the insecurities in the region. Although there have been attempts at the bilateral level to resolve, some states have chosen to seek arbitration, which is also an accepted norm and practice in the international system. While the boundary and sovereignty issues have taken the highlights, there is also an inherent prevalence of naval buildup. We find a large number of maritime states, particularly in Southeast Asia, building up military naval capabilities, which for the purpose of defending their national interests, including sovereignty and defending the boundary. At the third level, we find that there are a number of insecurities which emerge from the asymmetric actors or the non-state actors. These actors have found relevance in the contemporary discourse by way of engaging in terrorism, piracy, drug running, gun smuggling, and illegal human migration. At the fourth level, the insecurities emerge which are nature-driven, over which humans have little or no control. We are conscious of the fact that this region has had its fair share of cyclones, tsunamis, and these have impacted on states and the people. If these be the 4 domains, what has been the effort on the part of regional countries to address these issues? At the political level, we find there are a number of arrangements in terms of agreements, dialogues, and conversations to address these insecurities. As a matter of fact, the ASEAN can be credited for having devised a large number of multilateral arrangements through which there is a continuous process of dialogue among the regional countries. Diplomacy has been fundamental to Southeast Asian states, and there is enough evidence to tell us that it is a phenomenon, or for that matter, it's a trait which Southeast Asia has since historical times drawn liberally from the Srivijaya Empire. Diplomacy still remains fundamental because states would prefer to resolve their issues or differences through dialogue, conversation. At the third level, we find that the solutions will come in the form of developing cooperative structures which are driven by the militaries themselves. Although militaries are being developed to fight wars, but at the same time, today the militaries can also be credited with having done enormous amount of confidence building measures which is adding to the security of the region. These institutions such as the ARF, ADMM+, East Asia Summit, EAMF, although these acronyms have come to find preference and relevance in Southeast Asia, these have attracted the attention and also the comfort amongst the extra-regional powers. Economics probably will be the driver, and maritime economics is going to drive the whole region's prosperity. To that extent, I think it is important for the countries to invest heavily into confidence-building measures that take the economic process forward, bringing in a greater amount of interdependence and engagement. Last but not the least, this region has been a cohesive region. It has weathered the Cold War, and today it has emerged a region where there is cohesiveness, and I find the ASEAN doing an extremely good job. Overall, the security situation remains good, stable, and as the Prime Minister said this evening, the stability is critical for the region's economic prosperity.